que se puede, querer que se pueda, quitarse los miedos, sacarlos afuera, pintarse la cara color.
Welcome back to Querer es Poder, where there's a will, there's a way. Our show is about inspiring, educating, and motivating young and not so young people here in Santa Clarita. And that's why today we have Carlos Villalobos. But the first thing we want to know is how to contact you.
Well,
Where are you?
I'm here right now. No, the easiest way to contact us is call us at the office. Our phone number is 661-255-8282.
661-255-8282.
Correct. That is the easiest way. If I'm not in the office, I have an assistant, and they'll answer the phone and they'll get a hold of me. We also have a website. It's called It's www.insurewithcvins.com. And our email address is carlos@insurewithcvins.com. But again, the easiest way to get a hold of me is just call me at the office, 255-8282, and we're there to help.
Good.
Did you notice he has very good memory? Like that, the telephone?
He started repeating the number, and I go, wait a minute, that was quick.
Carlos, we talked about homeowners insurance. Now let's talk about auto insurance. What do we need to know? What do we need to protect?
Well, with auto insurance, I normally, when you go buy a car, they tell you to get full coverage. What is full coverage? I've never seen it. Usually full coverage, a lot of people think it's liability plus insuring the vehicle for comp and collision. And that's what a lot of agents call full coverage. But keep in mind that you can add to a policy medical payments, death, towing, rental car. And there's very few people that have everything that's available on an auto policy. The main thing to insure, if you owe money to a bank or a lien holder, of course, you need to insure the vehicle against any type of comprehensive claim, which would be fire, theft, vandalism, and against collision if you're involved in an accident. And then again, the liability coverage protects you in case you're responsible for the accident and you cause injury to a third party or property damage. Let's say you lose control of your car and you run over the street sign and you take out somebody's wall. Well, you're paying for that. So hopefully you have enough property damage coverage to pay for that. If you don't, one of two things are going to happen. You're going to get sued or you're going to be making payments for a long time.
Now, comprehensive, I understand. Liability. I hear from so many people, get as little liability as you need or as you can, or get as much liability as you can. Clear that up for me, please.
Very simple. If you don't have anything, and what I mean by that is you don't own any property, you don't have any savings, you don't have any 401ks, then really the liability will protect you in that case. But if you don't have enough liability, what are they going to get from you? You have nothing. So most likely they're going to settle for those amounts. On the other side of that coin is if you own property, if you have $100,000 in a savings plan, then you have a retirement plan also. Now you need more liability coverage because if you're involved in an accident and you have the minimum liability like you were talking about, a good lawyer is going to go after your assets. They're going to say, wait a minute, you have money. And my person that you injured, is disabled now for the next couple of years. So they're going to go after your assets. You want to make sure you protect them. So if you have $100,000 in assets, you better have at least $100,000 on liability or more.
Or more.
Or more.
And liability insurance is not that expensive, is it?
No, we see a lot of policies like minimum liability and low deductibles $250. So what we tell people is increase your deductible on your comprehensive and collision to $1,000 because the reality $1,000 nowadays is nothing. It used to be a lot, but it's nothing. Take the savings with that money and buy more liability as much as you can so there's no money out of your pocket, but you're better protected. And that's one of the things that we like to do with all our clients is to educate. The reality is we'll lead them to that lake, but if they don't want to drink the water, we can't force them. But at least we have a clear conscience, and we know that we did the best we could for each individual policyholder we talked to.
What about, Carlos, what about personal property that's inside the car? You know, you leave your computer or your laptop or your iPad on the seat. Sometimes Patsy is in a hurry. She might leave her purse on the seat. She locks the car, but still the purse is on the seat. Someone breaks in and maybe takes something.
Yeah, most of that will be excluded under your auto policy. There are a couple of riders, different carriers that have a little bit of protection, but that property is covered under your homeowners or your condo policy or your renter's policy, because if you reach your fine print, you normally have 10% off premises, which means while you're traveling, while it's in your car. But again, there are limits. So each policy is different. Don't take what I'm saying to heart. You got to check with your agent. You got to make sure that you're fully protected. But we do have a lot of clients that have their cars broken into. I was one myself. They stole my golf clubs. They stole my briefcase. And when it was all said and done, it was $5,000 that I lost. Now I had to pay a deductible from my homeowners, but the rest was covered. So that's how you cover that.
Okay. Okay.
Clever.
One last question. I'm driving on the freeway, a rock comes, hits my windshield, crack.
Well, hopefully you ducked.
I did.
Oh, good. It didn't get hit by that rock.
I did not get hit by that rock, but my car got hit by that rock and my windshield got cracked. What kind of coverage was that?
That's a comprehensive claim, and glass coverage falls under comprehensive. So that means that whatever your comprehensive deductible is what you're going to pay. So let's say you have a $500 deductible, but the windshield's $400. You're on your own. You have to fix it.
Okay.
Now, there are riders that you can buy the deductible down to $100, or you can even waive the deductible. You have to talk to your agent.
Okay. Okay. Carlos, thank you very much. You've given us homeowners. You've given us auto insurance. We want you to stay with us for the rest of the show.
Thank you very much.
When we come back, we're going to bring in Dean Patty Robinson of COC, who's going to talk to us about her SHARP program. This is Bill Miranda on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.
The magic of